Terry, where do you come from?
I live about 20 miles out of Vancouver in a town called Port Coquitlam.
Oh. How old are you?
I'm 21.
How long is the marathon you have run?
Well, right now, to where I am today, I've run 2,031 miles, and I've got about 3,279 to go.
Oh. Are you married or single?
Single.
Oh. Okay. Let's go into some more questions. Pardon? Hello? What are you going to do when you're through school or university?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm going back to university. I've got a lot of options. I would like to work for the Cancer Society, or I'd like to be a teacher, a phys ed teacher, or something in that area. I'm not exactly sure yet.
How much money have you made so far?
Okay, I'm not exactly sure because you can't really tell, but I think we're approaching about $400,000.
Okay.
And we're hoping, my original goal is $1 million, and the Four Seasons Hotel has sponsored me $2 a mile across Canada, which works out to over $10,000, and they're challenging 1,000 other companies to match what they've done, and if they all did that, that'd be $10 million.
That's really good. How can you make a donation there?
Well, it all depends on where you live. Wherever you live, you can either phone or get the address of the Cancer Society in your area and get hold of the people and send it in. Either send it in or phone it in.
That's good. Have you met any interesting people so far?
Yeah, I've met all kinds of interesting people. In Ottawa, I met the Prime Minister and the Governor General, and I've met quite a few premiers and mayors along the way, and met all kinds of interesting people from all over.
How many people have been backing you up so far from certain towns and cities?
Okay, in general, there's been an incredible amount of people who are behind me. People, like I'd say 95% of the people I don't even ever meet. I don't know who they are. But this is the great thing about it is people are working on their own initiative and doing things on their own without having to get involved in me, and because I can only be in one place one time, and it makes it easier on me, and that part of it is really super. Along the way, we've been off and on in our fundraising. Quebec we didn't do quite so well, but in the Maritimes we did really well in most places, and in Ontario we've done fantastic so far.
Okay. Oh, brother. What main highway are you taking along the way?
Well, right now I'm on the number 7 highway heading from Ottawa to Peterborough, and from there I'm going to Toronto and then Hamilton and London. I don't know what the highway number is. Then back through Kitchener to Toronto and up to North Bay, then Sudbury, and then west.
Okay. So. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, right.
You can still make your donations to Terry Fox and the Marathon of Hope through Harold Brentnell locally and the Cancer Society.
Thank you. Sure. How you doing? Hey, if anybody has any questions, I can just talk into that or something. Anybody? Hi, how you doing? Maybe if anybody has any questions, I can just sit down and anybody wants to know anything.
Do you feel like?
I'll just stand over here in the middle of everybody, and then anybody wants to know anything about my leg or. I don't feel like inside my bucket here, my leg goes, what I have left where I had it amputated goes right to here. And so I can't feel from here down. There's such a thing as phantom pain, where you get tingling. You can feel a tingling sensation from, like right now, when I think about it, I can feel my foot. But usually, unless you think about it, I can never feel it. And I have, my regular muscles in here are inside here. And I don't even, you think of it, Yeah, a lot of sunburn and windburn.
Yeah.
I haven't had much sunburn until lately because we haven't had very warm weather. But if you look at the wind, it's always blowing that way, and I'm running that way.
Yeah.
So I've always got the wind in my face.
How long have you been since you started?
I began on April the 12th in St. John's, Newfoundland, and I ran 580 miles across Newfoundland, then over Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia.
Effects from your running every day steady?
Seen any what?
Do you have it, be tired? I imagine you are every night.
Yeah, I get really... The hard part about it is doing it every day, every single day.
Yeah.
You get up in the morning and I run all day long. I've only got a few hours off at night. And that's the hard thing, is doing it every single day and knowing I got another 4.5 months of doing it until I make it. That's one of the hard things about it.
What time do you start running in the morning, sir?
I usually get up about 5 in the morning. I get up at 4 in the morning and get out on the road by 5. It usually takes me between 15 and 20 minutes to crawl out of bed.
Where do you stay?
Well, whenever we're not given free accommodations, we sleep in the van. But we've been given accommodation quite often. Most of the time, well, all the time in Ontario, we get a motel for free, so we use it.
What time will you be passing Madoc on the bypass tomorrow morning?
I've actually made it right to the road that turns in. I made it to there today, and I'll be picking up there tomorrow morning at 5. I'm not sure where the bypass is, but on the first road, on the number 7 highway that turns to Madoc, I made it to right there.
To the LPG station down there?
Yeah.
What's the reaction been from cars passing you on the road that you stopped in ways?
Oh yeah, especially in Ontario. Like, it was great in most areas of the Maritimes, but in Ontario, it seems like everybody knows about it, and everybody honks and waves and gives me encouragement. It's been tremendous and makes it easy for me. A lot easier for me.
Could have been any. Have you had days where everything's gone so bad that you maybe even thought of quitting?
Like, I just can't picture myself quitting. Like, I'll never quit. I can't picture that, and I know I won't quit, so I don't even think about it. All I think about is when times are hard, they're not always going to be like that. It's got to change eventually, so I'll keep on going until they do.
What time do you think you'll hit the coast if everything goes,
I hope to get there at 5 p.m.
Got right down to the...
November the 14th. No, I don't know. Sometime probably in mid-November. Yeah. It's really hard to say, especially on something like this, because anything can happen. I could get the flu for a week, and that put me off. You can never tell. But I should get back in probably mid-November. I hope to. I don't want to leave it any later than that.
It's very hard to jog in the snow.
Yeah. But the way I look at it,
Warmer out there.
if a car can run on the highway, I can drive on the highway. I can run on it. I mean, they got to plow the roads for the cars, so there's got to be a way to run.
Are your parents with you?
They're not with me, but they came to Halifax for about 5 days, and they're going to go to London too and meet us.
Yeah.
The Cancer Society is paying their way in London to come out. Up to now, I've been jogging for 2.5 months up to where I am now, and I'm probably not gonna. November, I don't know how. There's about 4.5 more months. On the van, I don't know if the van's around, but I've run 2,031 miles to where I am today, and the run cover is 5,300. So I've got about 3,279 to go. No, 69 to go. Yeah. 3 pairs of shoes on my left and 4 on my right. And as a matter of fact, these are brand new. I put these started as runners yesterday that I have on right now.
Do you have a lot of problems with blisters with your legs? No, sir.
No. See, my foot is like a rock now on the bottom. It's all hard. And so, when I put a new pair of runners on, it changes the shape of the shoe to my foot right away.
Oh.
I don't even.
How does your leg work, Barry?
Somebody asked how my leg worked?
Yeah.
He wasn't here, I guess, when you told.
Okay. That's a joke I have. People ask me how my leg works. But okay, what I do is I haven't got a knee joint or calf muscles in. What I have left goes right to here. So what I use the thigh muscles I have left, I use to lick my foot, and then I use the straps here. which I don't normally use for walking. I don't usually have a belt around my waist when I walk because I don't need it. But when I'm running, I need the extra help because I haven't got the calf muscles or the knee joint in order to pull my foot through. I need help that. And there's also some type of spring action in the knee, and they help to bring my foot through quicker too. They've really got, one thing about running is, I only know one other guy, well, I've only heard of one other man who's ever run over a mile. He's from New York, on above knee, like I am. You can run a normal gait on a below knee amputation because you've got your knee joint. But I'm hoping that people look at the way I got to run, how awkward it really is, and realize that they've got a fine leg for walking, but they've got a long way to go in building a leg for running. And I hope that they actually get to work on it because, you know, looking at what I'm doing and get to work on building a running leg. Because I know that eventually they're going to have one, and just get down and do it.
How do you run?
How do I run? Okay, I'll show you the difference between the way I walk and the way I run. When I walk, I walk pretty normal. When I run, I gotta take an extra hop with my left leg in order to have strength in my ribs. And I don't run really quick, but it's as fast as I can go and as close as I can get to running a normal technique. I'll show you how to do that. Something like that. I can get going quicker than that, but that's how I do it. And you can see there's really not a lot of help from the leg as it is right now. And I know one day they're going to have some type of, they're going to rig something up in order to have a lot better way of running. But that's I call that running because it's, you know, it's as hard, it's my way of running. It's as close as I can get to running normal, as fast as I can go. So for me, it's running, and walking is walking. So, but I mean, I always make that clear to people because sometimes, like if you saw me on the road and you looked at me and you'd wonder what I was doing. But to me, that's as fast as I can go, so I call it running.
Are you having trouble with your leg right now, Terry?
I'm having some problems right now. I've lost about 5 pounds since I left, and I thought that it was an even loss of weight through my whole body. And I figured I'd probably lost weight on my thigh muscles, but what I found out was, I went to a guy in Hull, Quebec, that my thigh muscles that I have left here have expanded, and the diameter of it is 2 inches bigger than it was before. So I'm not fitting into it properly, like I should be. And actually, right now, my leg is out, even though it's the right length, I'm hiked up a little bit higher because it isn't, what I have left isn't all getting inside it. And it's getting hard on my side, and they're building me 2 brand new legs in Hull, Quebec, and they're sending them to Toronto, and I just opened them in. Like I've been hitting 26 miles every day since I left Ottawa, and I've been actually suffering quite a bit because it isn't fitting me, and I'm getting sores in here. And I'm really looking forward to getting the new legs in. I thought I had lost weight, but now I've realized the muscles I have are working, and they've actually expanded 2 inches from what they were before. So I'm not getting inside it properly. Oh, and that sock right there? I haven't changed that since I left St. John's, Newfoundland. It's all on the bottom. It's actually nothing left. But I figured there's no use in changing it. My foot doesn't sweat, so my feet don't stink. I'm gonna keep it all the way till I get to Vancouver. See what it looks like.
I have to carry the box for a souvenir anyway.
Yeah. Now, one thing I'd like to say is, I always make it clear to people that, I'm running across Canada and I'm doing it. That people think that some people, I'm
Terry Fox and the Marathon of Hope by getting in touch with Harold Britnell.
I'm always going to be the same as I always have. I'm going to treat people the same as I always have. And it's something that isn't going to go to my head. What I try to make clear to people is I've been through a lot and I've seen a lot, and I'm trying to raise as much money as I can for cancer, and I'm trying to be an example, and a good example to people. And if I make it to Vancouver, it'll be great, but if I haven't raised any money and if I haven't done that part of being an example to other people, then it isn't really even worth it. So I really like to leave you with that and tell you that you can be a part of the run and be a part of finding a cure by helping me and supporting the run. So I get up at 4 in the morning and go to bed by 8, so we got to get going. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
I complained because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no legs.